Today we are going to study the microwave synthesis. Generally, we know that the chemical synthesis has been carried out through conductive heating with an external heat source. In chemistry laboratory, we are generally using Bunsen burner, which was invented in 1885 by Robert Bunsen. Later, it was replaced by isomantle, oil bath, and hot plate. In the past few years, microwave energy has been increasingly used as a source to supply heat to chemical reactions. The first published report on the use of microwave radiation in organic chemical transformations was made in 1986. After this, more than 4,000 research articles has been published in this field. Now it is generally referred to as microwave assisted organic synthesis. This microwave assisted organic synthesis is one of the green chemistry method adopted by organic chemists to perform chemical reactions. That is, by performing microwave assisted organic synthesis, we can reduce the reaction times, eliminate or reduce the use of solvent, increase the product yield, and enhance the product purities by reducing unwanted side reactions compared to the conventional heating methods. The use of microwave radiation in chemistry has thus become much a popular technique in the scientific field. Before studying the microwave assisted synthesis in chemistry, first of all, we have to know some basic understanding of microwave. What is a microwave? The microwave is a part of electromagnetic radiation and it falls in the lower frequency region of the electromagnetic spectrum. Why this microwave radiation is used in chemical synthesis? Because microwave radiation only affects the molecular rotation without disturbing the molecular structure. What is the theory of microwave dielectric heating? Chemical synthesis has been carried out through conductive heating with an external heat source. Heat is driven into the substance by passing first through the walls of the reaction vessel in order to reach the solvent and reaction conditions. This is a slow and inefficient method for transferring energy to the reaction system because it depends on the thermal conductivity of the materials that constituting the reaction vessel. It results in the temperature of the vessel being higher than that of the reaction mixture inside until sufficient time has been elapsed to allow the container and the content to attain thermal equilibrium. This process can take hours. Conductive heating also entails chemist control over the reaction. The heat source must be removed and cooling administered to reduce the internal bulk of the temperature. Next, the theory of microwave heating. In microwave synthesis, the microwave radiation transfers its energy to the reacting species by a process called molecular heating and thus promoting the chemical transformations. The microwave couple directly react with the molecules present in the reaction mixture leading to a rapid rise in the temperature. This occurs in two phenomena. This occurs by either dipole rotation or ionic conduction. What is dipole rotation? Dipole rotation is an interaction in the dipole molecules try to align themselves with the rapidly changing electric field of the microwave. The rotational motion of the molecule tries to orient itself with the field result in the transfer of energy. The coupling ability of this mechanism is related to the polarity of the molecules and their ability to align in the electric field. There are a number of factors that will ultimately determine dipole rotation during efficiency, coupling efficiency. However, any polar species, solvent or substrates that are present will encounter this mechanism of energy transfer. The second way to transfer energy is an ionic conduction which results if there are free ions or ionic species present in the substance being heated. Next, Microwave radiation and reaction rate. The reaction rate is depends on Arrhenius equation, that is K is equal to A into e to the power of E minus EA by RT. The rate constant is dependent on the two factors, that is the frequency of the collision between the molecules that have correct geometry of the reaction to occur, and also the fraction of molecules that have minimum energy required to overcome the activation energy barrier. The rate of the reaction is determined by this Arrhenius equation, and the T, EA, RT, all these we know, all these things are we know. These are the physical concept of the increase in the reaction rate with respect to the microwave radiation. Now, how we can perform the microwave synthesis? Normally, the microwave synthesis, simply we can carry out the microwave synthesis using a domestic microwave oven. Modified domestic microwave oven has been used in microwave synthesis. While some reactions seem to be work well, overheating has been often observed, resulting in the thermal decomposition of the compound in the reaction mixture. In some cases, the reaction also caught fire due to the local overheating of the reaction mixture. This result in the hot spot in the microwave, because domestic microwaves are multi-mode systems. This means that the temperature in the microwave can be quite different in various parts of the microwave oven. All these reactions were carried out in solvent free, which makes the temperature of the micro reaction system is difficult to control. Now, in order to overcome these difficulties, microwave reactors are used in performing microwave assisted synthesis in chemistry. The first multi-purpose microwave synthesizer was launched in 2000. It was designed to produce uniform microwave field regardless of the content of the vessel, with a typical lab size sample with 0.5 ml to 5 ml. Microwave synthesis reactions are carried out in a microwave reactor under sealed vessel conditions using pre-pressurized conditions. All these reactions offer temperature and pressure sensors, built-in magnetic steering, power control, software operation, and sophisticated safety controls. Now, the number of users that are using the microwave reactor is increased enormously. One of the major drawbacks of this microwave reactor is its high cost. Microwave reactor will have truly become the Bunsen burners of the 21st century. Next, we have to study some examples of microwave synthesis in chemistry. Microwave synthesis methods require different set of reaction conditions compared to the traditional chemical synthesis. For example, chemists have to consider the microwave absorbing characteristics of the solvents, optimization of the reagent to work at elevated temperature, the ability to run the chemistry in water. These are the requirements to perform a microwave synthesis. Microwave synthesis find application in addition reactions, metal catalyzed reactions, condensation reactions, substitution reactions, and the preparation of ionic liquids and nanomaterials. For example, the palladium catalyzed carbon coupling reactions, that is Heck reactions, Negishi reactions, Suzuki-Miura reactions, can be carried out using microwave technology. The microwave reactions affords 99% yield within 7 minutes at 150 degrees centigrade, whereas The conventional method requires 80 degree and it requires a time of 4 hours. Another example is the non-agial condensation of benzaldehyde with malonic acid, employing piperidine as a base catalyst under microwave conditions at 140 degree centigrade for 10 minutes. It gives 80 to 86% yield, whereas the conventional methods requires 85 degree temperature for a reaction time of 24 hours. Another example is the reaction of benzyl with urea using base catalyst to yield phenytoin. Conventional reaction in ethanol using potassium hydroxide yields 66% of the product at 50 to 60 degrees centigrade in 2 hours. Whereas microwave synthesis under solvent-free conditions using sodium hydroxide as base affords an yield of 98% in just 2 minutes. Another example is the Hans reaction of benzaldehyde with the two equivalents of ethyl acetate in presence of ammonia in ethanol to yield dihydropyrimidine. The conventional synthesis affords 50% yield and it requires 12-hour reflex. Whereas under microwave condition, these reactions can be carried out in just 10 minutes. Another example is the Wolff-Kishner reaction. For example, the synthesis of ethyl benzene. Under microwave conditions, we can perform this reaction within 5 minutes. Another example is synthesis of Schiff base. Schiff bases are the condensation product of aromatic aldehydes with various aromatic amines in presence of catalytic amount of acetic acid. Under microwave conditions, these reactions can be carried out within minutes, whereas conventional methods requires 1 to 2 hours of heating. Another example is the synthesis of aspirin. The microwave synthesis of aspirin can be carried out within 1 minute, whereas conventional methods requires just 1 hour. Thank you.